Hey everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach coming at you. Guess what? 1 year ago, we came on Ericka Williams' Classy Climb, and over 80 people in less than 72 hours invested in our Family Finance 101 course. And over the past 12 months, thousands of people have come through a variety of exclusive programs on the Ericka Williams platform. And you know what we want to do? We want to thank you and reward you for actually participating in the programs to get yourself consumer debt free, increase your credit score to 800, invest in business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And the only way to do that is give you a live webinar. That's right, the Weatherproof Yourself to Wealth webinar that will prevent the winter from coming in your house. In addition to that, I'm going to give you my brand new book that's launching next week. In addition to that, we're going to give you a free ticket to the lucky winner to the actual conference. In addition to that bonus, I'm going to give you a complimentary consultation with DJ the Money Coach, Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor, and James Lane, our CPA, who's done over billions of dollars of certified audit-proof tax returns and help people pay zero taxes on dividend distributions and $80,000 or less profits. Would you like to take advantage of that? Absolutely. And guess what? You'll get over $10,000 worth of services and products for less than $200. That's right. But that's for the first 25 people to hit this link right now, and you can come join us live in the webinar and enjoy a pom-pom lifestyle with DJ the Money Coach. I'll see you soon in the webinar.
Toledo Organic Tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo Organic Tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. Now, let's start the show. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nick's Knowledge Emotions In-Cube Science Series, brought to you by the 7 Spheres of Money. Thank you for joining us. And before we get started, make sure you like the video, share it, and subscribe to the 7 Spheres of Money. Now, again, you're watching Nick's Knowledge and Notions. Had to put that on the screen for you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, now let's go ahead and get into it. We're not going to be long, but we surely will be strong. And you see, DJ the Money Coach is on the scene there. And in just a minute, he's going to tell you about what we got going down this weekend. You know, you saw him in Vegas last week, walking along that beautiful Bellagio fountain strip. And then in just a minute, you know, you're going to see where he's at. Well, actually, you know where he's at. You see it in the title right there. You know, live in Atlanta. We got a lot of great things going on, exciting things going on. He's going to get ready to tell you about. So, what's up, DJ? What's going on?
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm going to mute my mic so we don't get any feedback.
That's all good, man. Hey, well, this is DJ the Money Coach coming to you live. That's right, baby, in studio at the Reverb Radio podcast studio at the Hard Rock. It's called the Reverb Hotel, brought to you by the Hard Rock Cafe, downtown ATL, directly across from the Mercedes football stadium. I don't want to break my thing, but you see it right there. You see it? Yep,
we see it.
Yeah, baby. It's DJ Rocket. So today is a special day, ladies and gentlemen, because we're here on the Classy Climb tour. And we're going to be speaking live on behalf for the amazing Ericka Williams with a star-studded class of amazing entrepreneurs who are financially independent, living that pom-pom lifestyle, plenty of money, peace of mind. And actually, this is going to be a short show because we're going up and do a VIP meet and greet for the VIP people who invested their money to come get this STEAM, science, technology, entrepreneurship, access, and mentorship, baby. So that's what we are. And if some reason you don't know who we are, my story is just like yours. About 20 years ago, I had a 525 credit score. I had $60,000 worth of consumable debt, and I had a college education, and I had a corporate job. Went to school to become an accountant. I minored in accounting eventually and got a broadcast journalism degree and went to go buy my first house. And unbeknownst to me, I got denied. Now, I think I was making, I don't know, $60,000, $70,000 at the time, had money in the bank. But my bank told me, hey, man, you were denied. And they said, you got bad credit, my friend. And I said, oh, man. I said, that was kind of devastating. So I shrugged that off, Nick. And a couple of years later, I actually started my first business, went back to the same bank, stupid, and boom, got rejected again, man. Just got blocked. And they told me, no business loan for you, mijo. And at that point, I said, well, man, what's going on? They said, I said, what is my credit score? They said, your credit score is 525. And you have $40,000 worth of credit card debt in addition to the $20,000 worth of student loans that I had. And it was just devastating. So I had two choices. I could become victim or I could become victorious. And I've decided to become victory of the day. Okay. Shout out to Rick Polson, an amazing victory every day program, which I was in Vegas for in the top 1%ers with the NBA. So I read a book called The Road to Wealth. And actually, Nick, I only read one chapter about credit, how personal credit works. And when I read that chapter, it was told you the basics of how credit works. And I studied that. And within 12 months, my credit score went from 525 to 720. And 24 months after that, my credit score went to 800, Nick. And my credit score has not been less than 800 since. So in 2002, I became consumer debt free, paid off all $60,000 worth of the debt. And then 6 years later, I became a $250,000 income earner with a 7-figure net worth through building businesses, investing in real estate, and leveraging the tax laws and building a program called the 7 Spheres of Money. So that's my quick backstory. But in the process over the last 2 decades, we've sat down with about 25,000 plus individuals and families, teaching them how to become consumer debt free, increase their credit scores in 30 days or less by 60 plus points, and get them on the pathway to 800. And we also have helped hundreds of people become, financially independent in the 7 Spheres of Money system by bringing 7 professionals that have 10 to 15 years of expertise, of proven success and track records to rock and roll. So now, 20 years later, here we are, right here on tour, rocking it out, making it happen. And today is the official launch of our amazing book that titled ABCs of Wealth, a common sense strategy achieving the American dream. And this actually articulates my actual journey step by step on how you can actually go from crawl, walk, run to financial independence in America with a common sense strategy. So it's called the ABCs. And Nick, every letter has a chapter and a message to it. Okay. So the reality is that you have to be able to follow a system, and you have to do some things that you don't want to do. Some dirty little words. Number 1, accountability. Number 2, discipline. Number 3, plug into a system. And number 4, go to work. And that's what we've been able to do. And so now you can get the story behind the system and how we were able to accomplish the unbelievable in America. So we brought along with us our, awesome, Chief Marketing Officer, Anita Gage. She's on this journey with us. And as you well know, you'll be out here tomorrow with us as well, because it's a team sport, you know? And so that's the reason why we don these caps. And that's why we became, DJ the Money Coach, because this is a coaching, philosophy and a system that no man and no woman is an island. In order to have true success, you have to have team players around you in order to win championships, baby. So back to you, brother. And that's what we're excited about. So, hey, man, this book is pure fire. And if you really want to get it done the right way and have sustainability, this is where you got to start at. The ABCs of wealth. Look at that money tree, baby, just growing out there and generating that pom-pom lifestyle. So check this out. And people say, hey, man, this is a shameless commercial. You know what? You're right. It is a shameless commercial because it took us 14 years to get here. And in the process of doing that, we've been doing it the right way. How you like the studio, man?
Oh, man, studio's beautiful. Beautiful. Reverb radio. Love it.
So then I'm laying to the side. You see that Benz signal? That's the Benz symbol. That's the Benz dome. The Alliance of.
Oh yeah. I see it. Man, got prime real estate there for the weekend.
Oh yeah. So you got every weekend we're gonna be somewhere else around the globe, living that pom-pom lifestyle. Plenty of money, peace of mind. So last week it was Vegas at the Bellagio and the Cosmopolitan. Today it's at the Reverb Hotel. Man, this place is amazing. This was built in December 2020. It is nothing but 5-star excellence, brother. I mean, you ought to see these rooms and the service is remarkable. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Stephanie. And obviously, shout out to the amazing Ericka Williams, who is a servanthood leader. And if you don't know what a servanthood leader is, go pick up Good to Great and check out the chapter on leadership. And then check out the chapter on hedgehog concept. And you'll find out that she is the epitome of what that's about. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we're excited, man. We got a meet and greet coming up. So, hey, man, it's your show, Nick. And I'm just going to keep dropping the knowledge for our people out there on behalf of you, my friend.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Appreciate it. I mean, we're celebrating the launch of the book. So let's talk about that, a little bit more, because it's been a journey. It's been, that 14-year journey that you mentioned, but it's also been a 48-hour journey too. and we got to give our props to Anita for helping us, make this happen and get a new edition of the book in print. So let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, here's one thing that a lot of times what people don't do. There's 3 phases of the life that you go through, right? There's a struggle, and what the struggle is generally when you are, either going to college, getting your first real job, you're paying off a huge amount of debt, trying to establish your identity, know who you are. And once you go through the struggle, that actually builds character. It's actually laying the foundation for a life full of success. So that's the first phase. The second phase is actual success. And success is when you're working in a career, a job, a craft for 3 to 5 years that you actually have mastered that craft, that skill set, and you start making some real money. And that could be $50,000 a year. It could be $100,000 a year. It could be $250,000 a year. And so now you've actually taken care of all your debt. You're starting to live the typical American, dream, which is a middle-class life. So, the picket fence, the suburban existence, 2-car garage, a couple of kids, going to private schools, et cetera, et cetera. But really, the most important phase of life is significance, okay? So significance is when you actually go back, you have a blueprint, and you start to share that successful pattern with other people to help rise them up, because they say a rising tide raises all ships. So right now, this book is actually a story about how I began, how we went through the struggle, how we made a ton of mistakes, but how we learned how to, continue to move forward and actually build the foundation. And every letter, as I stated, was a chapter in my life. So this is not a complete autobiography, but it actually is a, composite of things we actually did. Talked about when we actually started our first business, talked about our failures, talked about how we come to learn how actual people skills actually are better than just intelligence, what we call soft skills. So we have a variety of different great documentations of the road that we went on. And one of the things is I focus in this book about, principles. And for instance, the chapter F is about what we call FORM, which is an acronym: family, occupation, recreation, message, or money. So if you want to learn how to become a master at soft skills, which is what most CEOs possess, and they're able to become, magnificently in charge of a huge organization and raise capital and see visions to fruition, the FORM acronym, which is actually have to give credit to the actual Amway Corporation. And I actually was in the Amway business in the early mid 90s, and I was part of what's called the Brit University. And they taught us this acronym: family, occupation, recreation, and message, or money. And they said, you know what, the number one topic that people like is themselves. So if you're able to go up to a person real quickly and ask them, genuine questions about their family, their occupation, what things they like to do from a recreational standpoint, and then what's the message that they're living or the money that they're trying to build, and immediately you'll become instant friends with them, Nick, from a sincerity standpoint. And it'll be like they've known you for 5-10 years in a matter of 5-10 minutes. And why is that important? Because in today's world, if you don't possess these soft skills, no matter how intelligent you are, you probably will not last long in your endeavor or your business. So we talk about that in chapter F, okay? And then another chapter that I like is chapter N. And in chapter N, it's called negotiate, negotiate, and negotiate. And here's the reason why that's important, Nick, is because everybody needs to know that negotiating skills are one of the forefront skills that you have to have in order to be successful in life. And what I mean by that is a lot of people were usually taught when we were growing up, to be seen and not heard. But if you want something in this life, there's a saying now, a closed mouth never gets fed. So in essence, if you have the ability to ask for what you want, which is what Reginald F. Lewis, my, hero, Reginald F. Lewis, the first official Black billionaire in the history of America, who 99% of people don't know, and the first person on the planet to actually do the first international leverage buyout for $1 billion. So in that book, he gives a great story about when he was a young kid, about 10, 11 years of age. He used to have a paper route, and he used to, hustle and get his paper route, make his money, right? So he had a camp that he had to go to for football or for basketball. I think it was football, matter of fact. So he was like, man, I'm going to go to this camp. And his mom said, hey, I'll take care of your route for you. Now he goes off the camp, handles it. His mom keeps the route going. Boom, 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 boom. She collects the money, keeps the route coming. Reginald comes back. He's like, okay, mom, thanks for, taking care of the route. And he was like, hey, I need my money from you doing the job. She said, hey, I said I would keep the route going. I never said I was going to give you the money for the route. So right there off the bat, he learned $1 million lesson to ask for what you want right up front. Regardless if you get it or not, you ask for what you want right up front. So how does that relate to negotiation? Because the reality is when you sit down with somebody, even if you're doing a small negotiation or a large negotiation, if you tell people what you want up front, tell them how you're going to help them achieve their dream and what you want in return, they would 9 out of 10 times, if you work it professionally, you will actually get what you want out of that transaction. So the ability to start learning how to negotiate at a young age and have the courage and the audacity to ask for what you want up front would take you a long way in this road on the pathway from struggle to success to significance. And that chapter right there has saved me millions of dollars and earned me hundreds of thousands and a few million along the way. And that works with everything: relationships, your children, your wives, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your pastors, your community. You'll be amazed how speaking up front with integrity and the ability to negotiate can send you a long way in life. So that's an amazing, chapter as well. So then I have a chapter K, killer instinct. killer instinct with kindness. Killer instinct with kindness. And it took me about 15 years to learn this, Nick, because I used to have the killer instinct where my thing was, it was a win and you lose, and I just blow up the place like a bull in a china shop. But when I found out that that was not the right way to go about it, and this kind of ties into when I was out in Vegas, when I met J.B. Spilso, and he wrote this book, amazing book called The Warrior Leadership. And what you might automatically think, Nick, is that a warrior is a brute, somebody who just runs people over. But what JB said, it's actually somebody who is empathetic, caring, warm, helpful, unselfish. That's a real warrior. Who does that sound like? That sounds like most of people's mothers, that actually encourage, lift us up, support us, tell us we can do anything we put our mind to, and they don't give in. They're resilient. So that's that warrior in them. And in essence, that killer kindness is that when you come across, discrimination, bias, prejudice, you can still kill people with kindness and get what you want out of this life. Because again, you're going to give them what they want, and they may think that they beat you, but at the end of the day, it's hard for somebody to continue to be hateful towards you if you're being nice and kind and unselfish towards them, because the natural human instinct is for people to reciprocate what they are given. So if you want to have a quick way to interact with somebody and start that killer instinct with kindness, when you meet somebody, have a smile, extend your hand, and you'll be amazed that they will smile back and they will shake your hand, and you'll be on the pathway to the killer instinct with kindness. So that took me 15 years to write that one chapter. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So that will resonate with people. So when you look at the common sense strategy, my grandfather used to tell me, common sense is not common knowledge in the world today. And right now, the world is kind of run amok because we done raced to the bottom. So in order to stop doing that, you got to stand for something, right? So then there's a strategy called Strategy T. Tomorrow never comes. What does that talk about? People talk, I'm going to get around to it. Man, I got so many things on my calendar, and man, I wish I could do this, wish I could do that. So guess what? Procrastination. So you got to be about that business today, because it's, what is it? Carpe diem, seize the day. So just that strategy in of itself tells you that the only present that you have is the present. Check that out. I don't know if that's a double rotunda, whatever they call it, but the only present that you have is the present. Man, I like that. We got this awesome teacher right here, and she might better talk, because I'm not the person with all the deep knowledge of education in school, even though I do have a college education, but I didn't have one at first because I actually partied out of my first school, but that's another story. So another great chapter in this book, man, that I really love, man, is strategy number S. And everybody's going to let us, because this one ties right into the 7 spheres of money. Stop spending and start investing. And what does that mean? When we talk to people, Nick, a lot of people say, hey, DJ, hey, Nick, hey, Anita, you got a PhD, in math and all this great stuff. Give me some investment tips. Tell me how to make 10, 12, 15, 20% return. So with the strategy S and the 7 spheres of money, stop spending and start investing. The first tip is get your ass out of debt. Because the average middle class person, Nick and Anita, have about 5 to 7 credit cards and a minimum balance of about 5 G's on it. So, and these credit cards balance interest rates start at an astounding 15 to 23%. So if you want to give yourself a 15% return and you got $1,500 on a credit card, pay that off and you already gave yourself a 15% return. And then if you take the rule of 72, check this out, Nick. The rule of 72 says, take any number, divide it in 72, and it will show you how quickly your money will double for you. But most people don't understand. It also will show you how money will double against you when you're paying the minimum interest. So there, with strategy S, the 7 spheres of money, stop spending and start saving, is another nugget. And again, these are real life examples and stories that I actually experienced myself. And remember, I tell everybody that worst day of my life was when I was 28 years of age. And I'm sitting there at the car dealership in Midlothian, Illinois, working at Aero Chevrolet. And I'm about 3 payments behind on a 92 Geo Tracker. And up and behold, at the dealership I work at, my car got repoed right in front of my peers. You know what I'm saying? So again, I got, that ain't a great car. It ain't nothing. But at the time, it was for me because it was all tricked out. Had the fancy rims on it. Had the kicker box in the back. If people know in my age group, you know what I'm saying? If you go back, I got this, $3,000-$4,000 stereo system. Back then, that was a lot of money. And if you don't believe me, you can go to the Summertime song with Will Smith. Summertime, back in the day, on the Lorenzos and the wiping the cars down. You don't drive but 2 miles an hour so everybody can see you. So I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I got this convertible tracker. It's got a $3,000-$4,000 system in it. It's tricked out. It's got the bra and everything. But your man wasn't making payments on it because I was broke. Because I was taking my money and I was going out partying, paying for my friends to party, the whole nine. And unbeknownst to me, I'm thinking I'm going to get by on that. And I was violating strategy number S. Because I was spending every dime I was making trying to please and entertain people that I don't like, that don't like me, that didn't give a rip. And they clown me when I got my car repoed. And that was when I was living in the hood where I took you over the summer. So that's in this book. So when you think about that, if you had the access, and mentorship, you could gain wisdom and speed up your life the right way by following these basic concepts. Then, man, there's another one. Here's one for the stingy people. Strategy number O. Open up other options for wealth. Open up other options for wealth. So what does that mean? That means that you don't have to go the traditional route to succeed in the world and not America to become great, financially independent, because there's all different ways and different skills and different talents and different gifts that God bestowed on each and every one of us, that if you go the route that they taught you in the educational system, you 9 out of 10 times ain't going to get any freedom. And what do I mean by that? So check this out. When I started my first business, White Glove Immaculate Services, which was a cleaning company, right? I didn't have any money. So I figured out a way to actually do cleaning different than other people. So I discovered this other acronym called DINK. And this lawyer taught me. And she said, this is dual income, no kids. And most people that are in that category, that are young professionals, urban professionals, or Black urban professionals, they spend a lot of money on cleaning because they don't want to do it, right? And so if I was able to figure out how to service them and give them concierge services, they would pay more for the cleaning than the average cleaning job that they had done. Now, the Jam Pros, the Service Masters, the Mary Maids, and all of them, they weren't doing that, Nick. So when I picked you up and took you right there in the downtown area of Chicago, right in one of the most wealthiest blocks of Chicago, that's where I started my cleaning business. And I would go to the doorman and befriend them and give them incentives to give me referrals. And then I would actually focus on these dual income, no kid, demographics, and know that these people had discretionary income, where I went from cleaning their homes to actually doing their laundry, giving them cards, flowers, picking up little odds and ends for them, buying their products, and giving these, high profit margin centers that the average cleaning company didn't know. And that created a major profit center for my business. So I talk about that in strategy O, other options to building wealth. So that's, man, I mean, it's so many nuggets in here. And then here's one that I love the best, is strategy M, message versus the money. And again, I came out, and I can only tell my own personal story. I was a money chaser. Because when you grew up poor and you didn't have anything, it was hard for you to be considerate for your fellow man and your fellow woman. You had to get what you got, New Jack City style. You know what I'm saying? Nino Brown and the G Money Boy, Cash Money Boys. So when I got out and started building my first in my second business, it was about the money, man. It was all about the money. And guess what? If you're just constantly out there doing it for the money, do you think that the business is going to last long term? Probably not. So the message is what the indelible part is. And so guess what has lasted the longest? It's the 7 spheres of money, because the message, what is our message? Our message is that we want middle-class people like you, me, Anita, to become consumer debt-free, become financially independent, and to live the true American dream. And that takes an unselfish mentality in order to do that, because it doesn't pay well to teach financial education, especially to people who don't want to hear it. But if you can see that you can take one person and get them out of, credit card debt, you can help them finance their first house with the Nehemiah program or the GI Bill, or you can help show them how to, refinance their house at a lower rate than they were given because they were victims of predatory lending. You can actually make an impact in their lives that's second to none. So that message resonates with them, because now you're doing it for other reasons than the money. And then when you continue to start doing that and being unselfish, you actually help them achieve their dream. And then you know what happens, Nick, Anita? They'll go tell people that you help them achieve their dream, and those people will come to you. And then guess what? Amazingly, your dreams will come true. So the message is about doing stuff for the love of helping people, not for the love of money. And to me, that's what's missing. That was missing in my life for a long period of time. A good 35 years. I was all about chasing the dollar just for DJ the Money Coach. Didn't care about anybody else but me. And I made a lot of money in the process of doing that. And at the end of the day, I lost a lot of money because my heart wasn't in it. So when I talk about building 12 businesses and 8 of them straight crashed, that's because it was all about the pursuance of the money, and it wasn't about the message of really helping people. And then the ones that have succeeded right now, we got, almost 20 years in doing this right here, providing financial education across the country, specifically to the middle class community, because that is the bread and butter of American society, is middle class America. So no matter what the top 1% and the top bottom, the ones that make America float and stay firm and stay the still, lighthouse across the world, is middle class working Americans. So that's the message. And you get that right here in the book. And then you learn strategy P, man. Remember I tell you about the 4 P's to success? So strategy P, actually I talk about passion, purpose, and principles. And good to great, Jim Collins says, you got to have a passion in life. And I used to remember when I used to talk to people when I was like 20, 24 years of age, and all they could say to me, which at the time was a backhanded compliment, was like, man, dude's got passion, but he ain't got nothing else. And that just irked the hell out of me, man. It used to rub me the wrong way, because I didn't realize that they didn't have passion, and that was a great thing. But then to have that passion and add purpose to it and have principles behind it, and then you can create significance in this world. And that ties into the 4 P's I tell people about small businesses. And that's number 1, be professional. What is professional? Number 1, speak the King's English if you live in America. Number 2, if the meeting starts at 7 p.m., you be there at 6:45 and the meeting commences right at 7 p.m. Second P is persistence. Be about your plan and don't let anybody stop you from doing what you're meant to do. Because if it's meant for you to do it, don't stop until it's completed. You know what they say? The game ain't over until I win. That's where the persistence comes in, right? And then the 3rd P is the one that's the character builder. Do you have intestinal fortitude? It's called perseverance. Or what my man JB Spitzo says, resilience. Getting to the top of the mountain, overcoming the obstacles, the difficulties. And what you got to realize is that you're building this internal muscle that's actually going to create amazing character that's going to platform you and catapult you to the ultimate success in life. And that's going to give you the last P, Nick, which is produce, baby. And that's what Anita does for our team. She produces. So shout out. So check it out. So we had a couple of things that stumbled and bumbled. And Anita said, hey, you know what? You're going to have this amazing, pom-pom lifestyle t-shirt for the book launch, regardless what's going on, and she delivered just like that. She said, you're gonna have this amazing cover. We went through about 5, 6, 7 different iterations. And me, I'm gonna say this. You know what? Most winners in life, they're difficult. They're not difficult on purpose, but they're driven, and they're driven to the relentless pursuit of perfection. So in the process of doing that, you're shown something. You know what you like, but you don't know exactly what it looks like. So Anita having published 85 books, man, 85 books. And we had a mindset of what we wanted, but I didn't know exactly what it looked like. She came up with a couple of ideas. The timeline was coming soon, which was today's launch. And hell or high water, we were going to be there. And she said, I got this. I got you. Don't worry about it. We done. And I'm going to be honest. I was a little worried about it. I ain't going to lie. You know what I'm saying? But she had a track record. So I didn't sweat. I just said, hey, where we are about it. And sure enough, she delivered right on time. So that's them 4 P's: professionalism, persistence, perseverance, and produce. Because you may only get one time to hit the ball out the park, baby. You may only get one time to get that, fourth quarter, 2-minute touchdown pass that flips off, or at the free throw line, hitting them 2 game winner or game losing free throws. So in the book, we talk about that. And here's another one that you got to appreciate, Nick. Strategy Y. This one is called You Be Your Best Client, or what my grandfather, Henry Duransburg, used to say, DJ, before you share something with somebody, eat your own dog food first. What does that mean? To my brothers and sisters out there, you got to stop wearing all them European products. That might have went over your head. Just check it out. If I ain't invested in it, if I ain't getting paid by it, I don't do free endorsements, baby. So, and here's the trick. If I'm wearing somebody else's stuff and I'm talking about I'm great at helping people do something, but I'm wearing the competition's product, guess what? The people who are watching is going to go do. They're going to go get that. So you got to be your best client. And before you out here trying to get people to invest in you, you got to invest in yourself. So here's the problem in these social mediums right now, right? The problem is we're out here instantaneously in a microwavable society trying to get microwavable rich. And we haven't achieved anything, but we're buying into personalities over character. And see, everything that we do here at the 7 Spheres of Money and the DJ the Money Coach team, we invest in first, we do it, we try it out, we knock it out, we take the hits, and if it works, then we bring it to the program. It ain't not anything that we put our name on, any partnerships, any sponsorships that we are not invested in first and foremost. So when you see those Tolero commercials, guess what? I drink Tolero. It ain't because they cut me no check. I drink, and uncertifiably, it is the best tequila I've ever tasted, bar none. And check this out. Anita, another multifaceted person. She was in the spirits business, and she used to be a bartender. And she's like, hey, man, not only she got a PhD, but she also got a wealth of experience that when she tasted the product, she said it's a slam dunk. So I didn't have a problem putting that on our platform and asking them to sponsor us and our amazing show, because I knew that as long as I liked it, I didn't care about if anybody else liked it. But you know what? It's a winner, baby. It's a winner. And it's so much a winner that I came down from my room, bro, and I had the bottle with me, and I must accidentally set it down, and it looked so good. Hopefully somebody, picked it up and they'll be kind enough to bring it. But if they don't, we got ourselves a customer. And then I'm going to give you one last tidbit, because I can't tell you everything in the book. You got to get your own. Get it right now. Strategy Q. Quitting is not an option. Strategy Q. Quitting is not an option. Guess what? You know that 98% of people that get started in businesses, careers, once they come across a little bit of heartache, a little discrimination, a little bias, a little prejudice, they so quick give up on themselves. And even when nobody else is supporting you, if you never quit, hey man, here's what my man, another one of my heroes, Bruce Lee said, be like water. And what is water? Wata always wins because it rises to the level of where it's supposed to be. And all you got to do, if you want to see how great water is, go look at the Grand Canyon. Water erodes rock over time, baby. It never stops moving. You hear me? So strategy Q, quitting is not an option. And if you want to win, and here's what the thing is, do you know that the most successful people on the planet, 9 out of 10 times are not the smartest people, not the most talented people, not the best looking people? They're the ones that never quit. That's why the tortoise beat the hare. It's not because the tortoise is faster than the hare, but the tortoise refused to quit, baby. Aesop's fable. So what's the message? Here it is. I'm gonna wrap it up real quickly. We're gonna let Anita chime in. Then we got to go up here and meet the people. Here's what it boils down to at the end of the day, Nick. April 20, 2020. We started a little business, you and me, called DJ the Money Coach. Now, I've been called DJ the Money Coach for about 12, 13 years. But due to the popularity of being on some of these shows, interviewing with people, you know, I said, hey, you know what? We need to start DJ the Money Coach. And we started DJ the Money Coach, LLC, officially in May, but we did our first interview on this platform in April of 2020. And in the first month, we did 6 webinars, did about 5 or 6, now about 8, 9 interviews in Destin, Florida. And I'll be there next week enjoying the pom-pom lifestyle. And tell them, Nick, what happened in the first 90 days of the DJ the Money Coach experience? Nick Westbrook. Keep it a buck, baby. Tell us what happened.
I mean, yeah. You talked about all the work and the time we put in. You know, all those interviews that we shot, all those webinars that we did in that short amount of time, all the money that we invested up front. What was it? About $12,500 we used to start up, and our revenues, you know, from that time were a whopping $3,000 in those first 3 months. That's how we started.
And you know, did we put a sharp team together? I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Worst and the brightest. Did we not?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
Q, quitting is not an option. It was never an option. But go ahead, tell them, brother.
Oh yeah. The team. Oh yeah, put together a young, sharp team. They saw things were moving a little slow in the beginning, so they got a little nervous and jumped ship. It was only me left, and as you can see, I'm still here. It was only me left, so we didn't quit. It was just me and DJ. We didn't quit. We kept going. Then we meet Ericka in August because we are celebrating the 1-year anniversary. August 5th was our first interview on her channel. Sold 80 units of the Family Finance 101 course and consultation special, and DJ practically gave that away. I know he's probably kicking himself about that. He practically gave that one away, man. So those of you who got in early and saw us early, good for y'all, because y'all got to steal.
Well, yeah, they got to steal. But you know what? That was serving the people, serving the leadership. And again, we lost close to $10,000, but we actually didn't lose because we invested in the foundation of our business. And since I had already built, 4 other successful businesses, already failed, and 8 that failed forward, I knew for a fact that I had the right people on the team, and the right ones got off the bus. And I knew that the next right winners were going to come join the system. And now today, 16, 18 months later, we got a business. And this is just one business that, I own, that you own with me. And it is booming, baby. It is booming because we're giving the people what they need at the right time in the right way. So That is what the ABCs of wealth is all about. Common sense strategy to achieving the American dream. Did I say become a multimillionaire? No. But guess what? If you're consumer debt free, you got a 700 to 800 credit score, and you make $8,000, $333 a month passively through business, real estate, and leveraging the tax laws with the proper entity structure, there ain't a lifestyle on this planet that you can't have with that type of life. And I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, how I can guarantee. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and we've helped thousands of people do it as well. So, hey, man, this has been a great meeting. We've said a lot. And at the end of the day, hey, go out, get your copy. ABCs of Wealth. You know, you can get it on our website as well. And yeah, it will be available on that other big platform. But guess what? We get more of the money from helping you get it at the source by giving you 20 years of priceless nuggets, messages, and blueprints to success. So hit that link below. Nick, I think you're going to drop another message for us. We can get out because I see the guys that let us use this beautiful studio. We're actually getting this complimentary. Again, another gift. So before we do that, we're going to give Anita about 120 seconds because that would be rude for us not to let our chief marketing officer say something. And again, this all, nobody pays for anything. We invest in our people because that's what we do. So Anita, what you got for us? And we're going to wrap it up. And Nick's going to drop another, spot from our sponsor. And we're going to go up here and meet the people because that's what we paid to do here on behalf of the Classy Climb. We're going to serve them to the best of our best.
Well, thank you all for letting me join you all. This is Nick's Knowledge and Notion, and normally it's just the 2 of them and their guests. So to have me on the show is a real thing. So the book was a treat. The book was a treat. I read and I learned myself. I learned quite a few things. Hard to teach me things. So that's so you just want to make sure that
Okay, go ahead.
so you just want to make sure that you pick up the book. It is exciting. It is talking about his journey, and it's going to give you a lot of things to use for your own journey. So just again, pick up the book. It's available for you to purchase, and he will sign it. It'll be an autographed copy, so that's another treat for you as well. So it is about perseverance in this journey. Things you want to be able to do in your life, you can't quit if you want to achieve anything. So that's one of my mantras. So that's like he said about producing. That is me. That's what I do. So I thank you all. Thank you, Nick, for having me today. Thank you, DJ, for having me today. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
it is a beautiful situation behind me.
yeah, we see you.
I like the pom-pom lifestyle. I did not know that was what I was doing. I did not know that until they explained to me what I had been doing, that I was living the pom. I did not know. I'm glad I know now, though.
Yeah, because you
I like
define
this
the
rap.
pom-pom lifestyle on your terms.
Oh,
It's free, right?
whatever.
You hadn't had to drop a dime, happen.
Not a single one.
That's the way we roll.
Yep,
Not
yeah.
not a single dime. So there you go.
Yep. The pom-pom lifestyle is whatever you choose it to be. Whatever, however you find your peace of mind, your freedom, your love, your passion, all those things, all those good things that you like, that is your pom-pom lifestyle without any, enjoying those things without any worry. So again, thank you, Anita, for all you've done. Getting the apparel and the book out, even prior to getting the book in print, just doing the editing on the book, before it went into print, and cleaning all of that up. You've been extremely valuable to us. So yeah, that the hour's getting late for you all. You need to head upstairs and meet the people. So you can say goodbye to the people. I'll go ahead and close this out and close out with those with those words from our sponsor. So thank you, DJ. Thank you, Anita for blessing us on Nick's Knowledge and Notions. Thank you, DJ, for giving the people a preview of that book. You know, now I think you whet their appetite. You know, if they weren't convinced that they need to get the ABCs of wealth, I think they're convinced now. And to make it even better, they can get that for less than $20. All those gems for less than $20. So if that's not enough motivation for you, then your wood is wet.
That's right, baby. And what happens with wet wood? It sinks, baby. Big time. So, hey, you know what? Like, share, subscribe, share this information with other people. And you know what? Be a blessing to somebody. And like my man, JB Spisso says, you know, take 7 days, the next 7 days, and each day, if you think your life is really bad or it's not where you want it to be, talk about 3 things that you're grateful each day and do it for 7 straight days. And I'm actually on my 7th day tomorrow. So I'm going to say right here, I'm grateful for Nick Westbrooks. I'm grateful for Anita Gage. I'm grateful for Ericka Williams and the Classy Climb. And I'm grateful for Malcolm from Urban X, who actually interviewed me the first time on this platform to show the world about what Family Finance 101 and the 7 spheres of money is. So this is DJ the Money Coach. I wish you a pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. Hey, get you one of these awesome t-shirts that's put together by yours truly, Anita, and come live that pom-pom lifestyle with us. And hey, make it a victory every day, like Rick Polson, and get you a STEAM program: science, technology, entrepreneurship, access to mentorship. We out of here. We're about to go to VIP and rock the house with everybody else. God bless. See you soon.
All right, everybody. You've been watching Nick's Knowledge and Notions, and we will see you next week.
Hey everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach coming at you. Guess what? 1 year ago, we came on Ericka Williams' Classy Climb, and over 80 people in less than 72 hours invested in our Family Finance 101 course. And over the past 12 months, thousands of people have come through a variety of exclusive programs on the Ericka Williams platform. And you know what we want to do? We want to thank you and reward you for actually participating in the programs to get yourself consumer debt free, increase your credit score to 800. Invest in business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And the only way to do that is give you a live webinar. That's right, the Weatherproof Yourself to Wealth webinar that will prevent the winter from coming in your house. In addition to that, I'm going to give you my brand new book that's launching next week. In addition to that, we're going to give you a free ticket to the lucky winner to the actual conference. In addition to that bonus, I'm going to give you a complimentary consultation with DJ the Money Coach, Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor, and James Lane, our CPA, who's done over billions of dollars of certified audit-proof tax returns and help people pay 0 taxes on dividend distributions and $80,000 or less profits. Would you like to take advantage of that? Absolutely. And guess what? You'll get over $10,000 worth of services and products for less than $200. That's right. But that's for the first 25 people to hit this link right now, and you can come join us live in the webinar and enjoy a pom-pom lifestyle with DJ the Money Coach. I'll see you soon in the webinar. Hit that link below.
Hi, so this is a testimonial for DJ the Money Coach. First of all, I got one of the best packages that you had, so that was A1. I love the team. They have really come through. You were amazing as a coach. Every week you showed up on time. Every single week. And trust me, I've been in a lot of courses, a lot of classes, spent a lot of money, And unfortunately, some people don't do what they say that they're going to do as a coach.
Salutations to all. My name is Alhamdulillah Ali. I'm 37 years old. I've worked in the public service sector in the DMV, also known as DC, Maryland, and Virginia, for about 14 years. And I'm just here to give my commentary about the 7 Spheres of Money program. It's amazing. It's awesome. DJ has a logical, practical, and objective approach to personal and business economics. This is what you need. If you are serious about having that generational wealth that's beyond the hashtag, I encourage you to get involved so that you also can have the pom-pom lifestyle.
And I want to say we would not be able to do this without the personal assistance of DJ. He has truly provided us financial help as well as coaching so that we can thrive ourselves as an institution. DJ has always, since the day I met him many years ago when I first started educating his oldest son, who's now a sophomore in college, DJ has always provided information, knowledge, and support to Know Thyself Academy so that we can grow and expand and
size, large businesses, startups as well. Really passionate about money, passionate about generation wealth, passionate about estate planning, willing to work with the community to see them enhance their quality of life. He's done over thousands of educational workshops. He's very passionate about seeing people having a chance to win at life and leaving something, a legacy behind for their family. I trust this guy because I've seen him in person. I've seen him work. I've seen the results and watched him in action. So if it's about money, it's about growing your business, it's about having an impact on the community, DJ's your guy.
As a Black woman founder of a global tech startup, I personally recommend DJ the Money Coach because he met me where I was. He gave me a chance to show them what I could do. You can trust DJ because he has an incredible, ever-expanding network, an impressive background in finances, and the expertise in navigating how to raise capital. Take advantage of the 7 Spheres money management system, and I guarantee you an unmatched, life-changing experience. Or as DJ would say, you can start living your pom-pom lifestyle.
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to my guy, DJ. Met him at a real estate networking event in Houston, Texas. From there, we kind of just saw where the synergy was, and he's been helping me along to pitch and to meet new people, to talk about current investment that I have in a 200-unit development deal that me and my team are working on, as well as future endeavors. He's mentored me from the business standpoint, real estate, accounting, taxes, anything you can think of. This guy, rubs his hands or knows somebody or knows of it or has done it before. So just a wealth of knowledge has introduced me to some of the strongest connections that I've made to date in the real estate world. And just wanted to say thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
I'm making this video in reference to working with DJ, the Money Coach, working with him to help my business grow in this 2021 year, get some things together in reference to tax planning, with his CPA, business coaching, and a financial strategy, doing a 1, 3, and 5 year plan in this 2021, helping me and my business reach higher heights.
I want to give a shout out to DJ the Money Coach and his team for giving me an opportunity for financial freedom. But more importantly, sovereignty. You want sovereignty? Join the money team.
Stop wishing better, start doing better, and move forward with somebody that has not only the knowledge, the skills, the talent, and the team to help you go where you want to go. I'll get more than my money's worth. If I can spend a few grand, several grand on a piece of luggage, I could spend a little bit to get a lot of it in the long run. So if you're thinking about doing better, stop thinking, start doing, and definitely get down with the pom-pom lifestyle.